Okay, so I got a couple of packages from Sunlu and I'm so excited. They just came in, so we'll unbox them together and see what I got, and we'll see what kind of projects we can do with this, see what we can work with. So this is the first one. It's a big giant bag. Okay, so it looks like we got some filament. Okay, so we got some rainbow. I'm excited to try this out. I've been seeing it a lot on social media and the results are really nice. So yeah, I'm really pumped to try this. So this is the next one that came in. Feels like Christmas whenever I get packages. Okay, so I have some resin here, and this is actually a really nice box. Let's see. Seems like a big bottle. Oh wow, it is. And it comes with some filters, which is great because I find like no other brand provides you with filters, and they are so vital. When I worked in the industry, there was a lot of people asking like, oh, can I reuse the resin? Is it bad after I use it one time? And like, as long as you filter through it, it's good to be reused. If it's in a certain amount of time, you don't leave it out or whatnot, or leave it out in sunlight, you can just filter it out and use it. And so it's really nice that it comes with this because it's something that I use quite often and not a lot of people really know about or use, or maybe they use other methods, but I really love these disposable ones because you don't have to clean up any other like funnel or whatnot. You can just use this and you're good to go. All right, let's see. So this is the standard. Another thing that I love about this is that it says the exposure time on the actual bottle. Obviously, it does vary printer to printer, but if it's 405 nanometer, it's pretty much consistent. So it says here 1.5 to 3 seconds, and usually I would go around the midpoint of that, so maybe like 2.25. See if that works for me, do a small print, and if it fails, then I'll like amp it up a little bit. And then the bottom exposure is 20 to 60, so that's a larger range, but typically I'll do 30 to 40 just to make sure that I have a solid base for the print to print on, because if you don't have enough time and it's fragile, those are your base layers. That is where the print will give out. That's where you'll experience the most failure if you don't have like a solid base or structure. When I started resin printing, so many times I would find like half of it like fall off, or my print would be in the actual tank. So you want to make sure you avoid that and have the sufficient exposure times in your settings. So it's nice that it's on here, and yeah, I'm excited to use this. It's the blue-gray color. Again, really nice box. This is another one I really wanted to try. It's the Red Wax Resin, and it's so pretty when you look on the website. It has this like really nice deep maroon color, so I think it'd be really nice with some of the architectural prints that I'll be doing in the future. But also for the print I have in mind, I think this would look really nice. This is the prettiest color. Oh my gosh. It's like a Tiffany blue color. It's really, really nice. I love it. I can't wait to use this one. There's also a little sheet that the filaments come with, and it shows the platform temperature, so what your heat bed should be, and also the temperature. So it's good to have this. Check in your box if you need the specifications. So this one is, what's the color? PLA Glow in the Dark. Oh, this is gonna be so fun to use. Is this really nice pinky orangey color? It's looking like it's orange on camera, but when I'm looking at it here, it does look more reddish pink. But yeah, this is really cool. I need some ideas on what else I should print with this, but I'm thinking something a little bit bigger so I can shut off all the lights and see how it glows. We have one more item here, and I'm pretty sure this is the Resin Detergent. Yes, it is the Resin Detergent. And so it says here it's suitable for cleaning the surface of resin models before curing. And I do typically use isopropyl alcohol, but I thought this was really cool because it is an alternative. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, big one. So this is what it looks like, and it says that the soaking time is more than 5 minutes. So these are the items that I got from Sunlu, and I'm so excited to try them out. I do have a model that I'm going to be using to print with these items, so I'm going to show you how I made that and what the project entails. So it looks like the other half of our mold has successfully printed. This took roughly about 14 hours to print just because of the angle that I have it at. If I were to have it at more of like a slope here, it would have printed faster, but I feel like in terms of dimensional accuracy, I wanted to make sure that this part was completely straight and that there were no warps, because if it was warping, it would not attach to the first part successfully. Like it wouldn't be completely flush. And that is an issue that I had in the past. So I'd rather sacrifice the amount of time that it takes to print for a more successful print. Excited because the molds are finally ready to demold. I waited approximately 24 hours and this is the result. We have the one half already. Let me bring it. This is the first half of the mold and it turned out so nicely. I'm really happy with the result. The shape is odd, like it's in a, triangular shape, just because I wanted to be resourceful on the silicone. I was running a little bit low and I thought, cutting out, I could have made it rectangular, but that would have added maybe like 200-300 more grams of silicone. So I'm going to be using the Sunlu PLA to just make a stand so that it could securely stand up, and I can just pour the wax from this end. So since it's been 24 hours, I can finally unpack this one. I did tape it as a security measure because the last thing I wanted it to do is just open up and the silicone just, you know, starts pouring out everywhere. Just opening this up. I kept this side open just so I can have easy removal of the mold. I find that when I print it completely, like with all the walls, it's so difficult to remove the actual silicone mold that's in there. So leaving one block that's empty allows me to just crack this open and then remove the mold like with ease. So this might be a little bit difficult. Usually I grab a scraper and just kind of like prop it open. And you can see it actually does still leave like a nice sharp edge. You still have to trim some of the edges because there might be a little leakage on the top there and the bottom, but it's okay. I don't mind that. Let's do it. It's looking pretty good so far. I just need to trim up the edges and it should be perfect. This is super exciting. So this is the part 2 and this is the part 1. And you can see that there's the registration points on both sides. One is positive and one is negative. So I just put the two together. And then you can see on the bottom there is an opening to pour the candle wax and make a candle. I can also fit a wick through here, so it's in the center of the actual candle. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the result. And next step is to take some measurements and create a little stand for our candle mold.